going on, guys? How's everybody doing, man? Happy Saturday night. Welcome to the stream. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing? Oh, man. I'm so happy it's the weekend, guys. I live for Saturday nights. Chill a little bit, hang out, talk to, fellow tech lovers, and just enjoy the day. Let's see who is here. Remy, how you doing? Thanks for coming through. And this is the first time I've been using Ecamm, too. I took a break from Ecamm. Wanted to play with StreamYard a little bit, so we're back on Ecamm tonight. Let me know how the audio sounds. Let me know how the video looks. We should be streaming in... Let me see what I have it set on. It should be on 4K. Let's see. Yeah, it should be streaming in 4K right now. Let me know. Taurus, what's up, man? Thanks for coming through. Let's put some background music on, huh? I love this beat right here. Big John, how's it going, man? How you doing, brother? Glad to see you here, man. I hope you're doing better. Sorry for, what happened, man. It's terrible news, terrible news. Yeah, you're a little early, man. A little early, but I appreciate it. Barry Johnson, what's good, brother? How are you? Barry, I enjoyed your stream today. For those that don't know, Barry streams on his channel, and it's a very good stream. Entertaining, a lot of good information. And I'm excited to see some of those phone reviews, Barry. I think I'm going to do some more of them, too. Phones are actually my first passion, more so than audio, than headphones and earbuds. I only started doing headphones and earbuds because I couldn't afford to keep buying phones. Ricardo, what's going on, man? How are you? Tim Windsor, how you doing, bro? Thanks for coming through. Smack them like button. Them like buttons? There's not two. There's only one. Smack that like button, guys. Tech Loving Mama, how are you? Thanks for coming through. Tech Loving Mama, still having problems with that 3D printer, man. I tried again today. Still a little off. I'm almost there, though. Almost there. I got whatever I was printing. I had it print to about 50% today, which is the furthest I've got. And then it failed. So a little more tweaking. Lens of Wisdom, how you doing, man? My day's okay. I have I suffered a big back injury about 10 years ago, and when it acts up, it puts me out for a couple weeks. So that's why we didn't stream last week. And today, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this today because, well, it's very difficult for me to sit because of the back injury right now. So we'll see how long. But how's your day, Lens? How's your day, man? How's your weekend? That's why you haven't seen a lot of videos from me either over the past week and a half, because just sitting down, man, and shooting videos is a problem right now. Jason C, man, what's going on, bro? How are you? For those that don't know, follow Jason C on Twitter. Lots of great tweets and info about tech, and he does support a lot of the creators. Canuck Gal, how are you? How's Canada treating you today? Michael Pepper, looks good on my TCL 43-inch 4K TV. Nice. I need a new TV, man. I need to move up to 4K and improve my quality because my TV is I just got a 55-inch, I think it's a Sharp, 55-inch 1080p Sharp smart TV. I paid like $250 for it. It's great, but 4K, man, I need something 4K. TCL is good. It's a good choice. They got good prices too, so I might have to look at that. Wesley, what's going on, man? How are you? Taurus, hey, Digital Slang, and everyone. How are you, Taurus? Next Level, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Next Level, actually. Next Level, if you're still there, check your Twitter, bro. Check your Twitter DMs. Because we're gonna talk about phones tonight a little bit. So Next Level, I remember you saying you wanted to talk about phones. So if you want to jump in, let me know, because I got some questions for you guys about some phones, and I want some feedback from you guys, and you guys can let me know what you think. Let's see who else is here. Chris, what's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for coming through. Desmond, Earfun. Yeah, Earfun. Yo, it's from rumors now. Earfun's got Earfun Free 2, will be dropping soon, I believe. I believe that's the next one. Earphone Free 2. Not a pro version. I don't know anything about the specs or the price yet, but I'm hearing Earphone Free 2 is what they will be releasing next. Michael Pepper says, just got it replaced via warranty today. Decent customer service. I got a Best Buy 5 minutes away from me. I need to go check it out. Definitely need to go check it out. It's time to upgrade. I have what's even worse is I have 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs in the house, and it's just me in here. There's nobody else that lives here. It's just me, and I have a TV in every room, and not one of them is 4K. Not one. Not one. I need to do it. Why can't I click on? There we go. Taurus with the $10 super chat. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man. I gave you a little bicycle horn. Little bicycle horn. And we'll go to this. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much for the super chat. It does go a long way in helping support the channel. And it allows me to, keep buying more tech so I can keep making more videos. Desmond says, I heard about the new earphones. I can't wait. Yeah, Earphone does it big, man. They make great products. So I do want to check it out and see how good they are. So you know what I'm doing after the stream tonight, man? And I don't know about you guys, but if you know there's a fight tonight, right? Snoop is hosting a fight tonight and Jake Paul is fighting, and I really want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Like, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm hoping Ben Askren knocks him out and just shuts him up because I am so tired of these knuckleheads, man, these clowns out here. So I have it on downstairs. I'm looking forward to watching it because I want to see Jake Paul just get knocked out. He's a joke. The clown. Tech Lover Mama said, did you try to post on the forum about your issues? There's good ones on Facebook. And of course, no, I remember you telling me about it. I haven't done it yet because, well, I just haven't spent a lot of time with it. I literally, since we talked about it last time, Tech Lover Mama, I have literally tried one more time today since that last chat we had about it. And I just don't have a lot of time for it, especially now with my back acting up. Like, everything is a pain to do right now. Desmond said, I heard about the new earphones. Barry Johnson. 3D printer, that is. Yeah, the 3D printer. Do it for your Xbox. I might have to. We'll be playing Xbox too later on after the stream, as we always do. So if you get down on Warzone, and I did just purchase MLB The Show, be able to play that. Michael Pepper says, heads up, might want to turn the effects volume down. Let me see. Yeah, they're halfway up on. I'm using Ecamm right now, so all that's controlled through Ecamm. So this should be a little better. Let me know how this sounds. That should be a lot lower. Chris says, any new earbud vids coming soon, Slang? Yeah, I have one tomorrow on a pair of Fire gaming earbuds, and I also have a Soundcore product coming through. Man, I was hoping to have the video done already, but because of the issues I'm having, I haven't gotten to it yet. So hopefully by, what's today? Tomorrow will be Fire. Hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday, the Soundcore video will be up, and it's on a pair of earbuds. They sent me 2 pairs, so I'll be giving one away. So stay tuned for that. We will be doing a giveaway this week. I wanted to get it done last week, but just haven't gotten to it yet. So hopefully by Tuesday, I'm thinking. Desmond says, look, I have a question. I have a Samsung A10e. Don't laugh. But if I get a better phone, will it make my earbuds? Nah, it's not going to make your earbuds sound better, man. Nope, it's not how it works. I'm not laughing at your A10, man. Why would I laugh at your A10? I would never do that. But it's not going to change your earbuds. What earbuds are you using, first of all? If your earbuds don't sound good, you should think about upgrading your earbuds, not your phone. Tech Level Mama says, and I sent you some different things to try, but I get it, time isn't on my side much with the printing lately. I'm also trying to learn 3D software. Yeah, what are you using? I'm using, what's it called? Cura? Ultimaker Cura is what I'm trying to learn. But again, learning another product. I'm still trying to learn all the ins and outs of Final Cut Pro, and then just to start something else, it's a lot of work. So I want to talk about some phones, right? Because I've been debating on buying a new phone. And one of the phones I've been debating was the OnePlus 9 Pro. And I don't like this song anymore. Let's try something else. So one of the phones I've been debating on buying is the OnePlus 9 Pro. And there are so many videos out from creators about they like it, they love it. Some people hate it. Some people think it's overpriced. People are returning their phones. A lot of creators buy it and return it, which whatever. I don't have a problem. I'm not judging them for that. I mean, do what you got to do. But I want to know what you guys think of the OnePlus 9 Pro. Is it a good phone? I actually had in my cart today a OnePlus 8 Pro. I was going to get the OnePlus 8 Pro with the trade-in. I can get the OnePlus 8 Pro for $250. So for $250, it's the 8 Pro, or with the trade-in, I can get the 9 Pro for, I think it was about $550. So not bad either way you look at it. But is the OnePlus 8 Pro even still worth it? It's worth it at $250, I would say, right? But should I spend an extra $300 and get the 9 Pro? What do you guys think of all the news about the 9 Pro? The cameras, are they better? Is it the best they've ever had on a OnePlus? Absolutely. Is it as good as some other phones? It's not as good as an iPhone. It's not as good as a Pixel. In normal daylight, there's a bunch of videos. John Rettinger has a good one about the 8 Pro versus the 9 Pro, where he has side-by-side videos and pictures. Video quality is just whatever. But pictures in normal conditions in daylight, they look great on both phones, on the 8 Pro and 9 Pro. It's when you start doing other things and nighttime pictures and things like that, it just doesn't measure up to the other $1,000 phones. And that's the problem, right? It's a $1,000 phone. It's not OnePlus saying never settle any longer. They're coming big with flagships, or at least they're trying to. But we'll see. What are your thoughts, man? Should I get an 8 Pro or a 9 Pro? I definitely want a OnePlus because Oxygen OS I love. Next to iOS, that's my favorite software, is Oxygen OS. Michael Pepper says, much better. I made the mistake of having them at 100. Ooh, 100% is loud. And had some unhappy people in the replay because nobody said how loud they were during my live stream. So yeah, that's funny, man. I forget that option is even there sometimes to control it. Ecamm is great. A lot of little things you can control, which is why I use it. But definitely good to remember. Now that it's lower, I'll probably never touch it again, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, Barry Johnson. Hold on. Next level says, most cases, yeah, it's cheaper to upgrade earbuds versus the phone. Yeah, there are some expensive earbuds out there too, but we got another one. See, now we can test it right now. We could test it since Barry Johnson donated $5. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Could be a lot lower. I do want to download some more sound effects on the Rodecaster Pro because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16 buttons I could put a sound effect on, but I just, the default ones in Ecamm. What do we got? Let's see what we got. A little Tinkerbell. Maybe you should do that for Super Chats. A little Tinkerbell. Party horn. A cowbell. It says triangle, but it's not a triangle. It's a cowbell. The horn. I wonder if we could edit them. No, you can't edit them, but you can add a hotkey for it. Barry, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Tech Level Mama says, I have Flash, Print, and Cura, but I'm learning how to add text to files and such. It's being a pain. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man, learning a whole new software. And for those that don't know, we're talking about 3D printing. I did buy an Ender 5 Pro. I wish I would have bought the Ender 5 Plus. If you're looking into a printer, buy the Plus, not the Pro. The Plus is better. Barry says, it seems like a super solid phone to me. You're talking about the 9 Pro, right? And even the 9. What about the OnePlus 9? The OnePlus 9, the OnePlus 9 is priced right. That's OnePlus at its core, right? Giving us a lot of value, bang for buck at a good price. The Pro kind of takes it to 1,000. For me, it's 1,069, right? That's the retail price. And what's the price of the OnePlus 9 is what, $799? Let me look real quick. Because I have been debating on the OnePlus 9. It is very similar to the Pro. What's it going for? What's the OnePlus 9 going for? Yeah, it's $729 for the OnePlus 9 5G. It's $729. That's a good deal for that phone. Maybe I should do that. But you know what I don't like? I don't like the colors. The colors bother me with the OnePlus line. That's another problem. That's why I kind of lean towards the 8 Pro. I want that blue. That aquamarine blue is nice. See, I like this next level. This is a good idea. I'm leaning towards that Mi 11 Ultra. The Mi 11 Ultra is a good choice too. What I really want is that Huawei Mate X2. That's what I want. It's only $1,500, man. But getting it is a whole nother issue. Everywhere you can buy it in America, it's like $3,000. Desmond says, no, they sound good, but I thought that a high-priced phone would make a difference in sound. Nah, it's all about connection. What Bluetooth does your phone have? Is it running? What codecs does your earbuds have? The phone's not going to make any difference. I mean, sometimes it does when you're going from like a Samsung device from an iPhone or the other way around, depending on the codecs of the earbud. But even with different codecs, now where we are with technology, you're not going to really hear any difference. I mean, out of all the earbuds I've tested, maybe once I've heard a difference going from one device to another, but it's very minimal. So I wouldn't even worry about it. And don't be ashamed about your phone, bro. Don't be ashamed about your phone. Michael Pepper says, the point I'd make for going 9 Pro is since it's their first collab with Hasselblad, it will get the software support, which it already did get a software update, along with them versus the older OnePlus phones. Yeah. For me, it's about price right now, right? Do you think, and just you guys give me yes or no answers, do you think the OnePlus 9 Pro is almost an $1,100 phone? It's $1,069. You think it's worth that? It's a lot of money. I could buy a lot of phones. I could spend what, another $100 maybe and get the S21 Ultra? Scoop, what's going on, Scoop? How are you, man? Thanks for coming through. Scoop, we're talking about the OnePlus 9 Pro and if you think it's worth it. Next level, man, I'm upset they dropped Oxygen OS. I didn't think that was in the US, though. That's not in the US. Oxygen OS is still running on OnePlus devices here in the US. I believe that's out of the country, and I forget where it is. But in the States, they're still running Oxygen OS. Paul, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you, man? Hydro Earphone Air Pro versus AirPods Pro. That's AirPods Pro, man. AirPods Pro all day on that one. Earphone Air Pro are good, but they don't compete with the ANC and the transparency mode on the AirPods Pro. AirPods Pro, best transparency mode in the game. One of the best ANCs on any pair of earbuds. And they got good sound quality. I kind of prefer the sound quality on the Earphone Air Pro. And if you're just looking for sound quality, yeah, Earphone's a great product. But ANC, transparency mode, AirPods all day. The 9 is dope as well. Some ultra wide camera, the only thing, yeah. And the ultra wide, I do like it a lot. I use it with my 3 dogs. I got 3 little crazy dogs running around all the time. So I do tend to use an ultra wide. But I'm right now, you know what my main phone is right now? I'm using an iPhone 11. I have the Fold 2 that I pull out a lot too, but the iPhone 11, I had the 12 Pro Max. I had to get rid of it because of the migraines that 1 in 10 people suffer from iPhone displays because of the pulsating light coming from the displays. It's constant, and it's caused by their auto brightness features on their phones. It's only on iPhones. I believe it's called what's it called? FPM, I believe it's called. Check out, you guys know Aaron Zolo. He has a lot of videos. Whenever he talks about an iPhone, he just dropped one on the iPhone 11 recently, and he goes into it because he suffers from it too. So I had to get rid of my 12 Pro Max because, I mean, every other day I was getting migraines from that damn phone. I tried blue light glasses. I tried blue light screen filter. I tried everything with that damn thing. Nothing worked. But the 9 is a good option. I think the 9 might be a better option for me. But we'll see. Michael Pepper says, I've been using the OnePlus 9 since release day. $729 is much better priced when you see the Pixel 5 at $6. Yeah, man. It's a good point, man. It's a really good point. OnePlus 9 might be the way to go. Ralph says only $1,500. Well, you got to think about what you're getting for $1,500, right? When the Fold 2 drops last year at $2,000, and then we get something like this phone for $1,500, a folding phone that looks better and nicer than the Fold 2, $1,500 is a good deal. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money. But again, value, bang for buck. What are we getting? What are we paying? $1,500 for that? Okay. I would do that. Next Level says, I might be wrong about that oxygen. Thought I read it somewhere. No, it is true. We'll have to look and see where it is. Out of the country, they are stopping Oxygen OS on OnePlus devices. Robotic Venom, how's it going, man? How are you? Ralph says, good phone, but no. Len says, no. Yeah, man. I have that itch. I have that urge for a new phone. I'm trying to wait for the Fold 3. I will be getting the Fold 3. Robotic says the 9 Pro is not worth it, at least in the US, and the S21 Ultra just beats it, no question. Yeah, the S21 Ultra is a better phone. OnePlus shouldn't have hurt their PR with Hasselblad hype. There was a lot of hype, man. There was a lot of hype. By the way, speaking of OnePlus, did anybody get the watch? Anybody order the watch? Barry says Slang the 9 is absolutely a solid option. You can get by with one instead of the 9 Pro, yeah. And that'll save me a lot of money. And I could probably get the 9 for my trade-in. They're giving me $450 plus some free earbuds for the trade-in. So I can get the 9 for, what, $275? That's, I'm going to have to pull that trigger tomorrow. Robotics says Oxygen OS was dropped in China for Color OS, Oppo's UI. But it could set a bad trend. Who knows? Yeah, but Oppo's not going to. Oppo doesn't have any footing here in the US, right? Over there, sure. But here, if they do that, if OnePlus does that here, nobody's going to jump on board with that. We don't want Oppo's UI over here. Nobody has Oppo phones over here. I'd be shocked if they did something like that. Battery 9 also has a worse main sensor and a plastic frame, which is pretty crazy. Even the A52 has a metal frame almost. All phones do. Frames aren't backs. It's for structure. True. And you know what, though? Speaking of plastic phones, I don't mind them anymore. I have the S20 FE downstairs, plastic phone, plastic, whatever you want to call it. One of my favorite phones is still the S20 FE from last year. That was my top phone of the year last year, the S20 FE. The best $700 phone you could buy last year. And yeah, you hear me right, Barry Johnson? Better than the Pixel 5. Better than the Pixel 5. I'm just saying. Just saying. Next Level says, Slang, the camera doesn't matter because you always have an iPhone in your, well, that's so true. You're right. It doesn't matter. The camera doesn't matter because there will always be an iPhone in my other pocket. Yeah, worst main sensor, but the magic is in the ultra wide. Yeah, the ultra wide's incredible. Stabilize a 9, and it becomes your ultra wide camera, the selfie cam, and main sensor on both 9 versions are bested by what Slang already has. Yeah. Sometimes you just want something new, right? You just want something new. And I'm at that point. I've been holding on to my phone for a while. The last new phone I bought was the 12 Pro Max, which I ended up getting rid of because of what I just talked about. And now I'm using an iPhone 11. It's boring. Boring. I don't get headaches anymore, but it's boring. Where we at? Where we at? PWM. Yes, that's what it's called. Sucks, bro. Sucks. Robotic says ultra wide is not nearly enough. It struggles as a camera system completely when you move away from the Pro. Ultra wide doesn't have image stabilization and isn't ideal for lower light. Yeah, lower lighting conditions. They're not that good. But I love. Look, I had the OnePlus. I have the OnePlus 6T still. I got rid of my OnePlus 7 Pro recently, which I think I made a mistake because I love that phone. I do wish I kept that phone around. I think the OnePlus 7 Pro is fantastic. And I just want another OnePlus device. I don't really use the 6T. It kind of just sits downstairs gathering dust. So I'm just looking for, I like Oxygen OS. I want to use an Android device with Oxygen OS, just not the 6T. Robotic for what Slant can get for the 9. For after the trade, it's a no-brainer. And yeah, that's the thing. I can get the 9 for after trade-in, I think $275. It'll be right around there, maybe a little more with tax. But on top of that, I'll get a free pair of earbuds. I'll get the OnePlus Z, OnePlus Buds Z for free if I do that, which is, you know, they're worth, I don't even know what they're going for now, but when they first came out, they were like $150. Robotics says, oh no, if you haven't heard, the OnePlus Watch was the most criticized new tech release I've ever seen. All media outlets said it was a terrible attempt at a smartwatch and it's a mess. I was shocked. Yeah, I haven't, with my back, bro, I haven't paid attention to anything. I haven't watched YouTube. I've just been laying around, icing my back. That's really, and you would think I'd probably watch more YouTube with that, but I haven't. I've just been out of the loop for like a week and a half, man. And that's surprising to hear about the watch because it's so cheap. It's not an expensive watch. What do you expect for that price point, right? What do you think you're going to get for that price? You're not going to get an Apple Watch for that price. So I'm surprised they're throwing it in the mud like that. You got to put price into account. You got to take that into account. I agree, Barry, with that deal. It's not bad. Len says, was thinking of ordering the watch, but the fact that a lot of people are saying it's a big watch. I did see a few videos on it where they were saying it's a big watch. If you got little baby hands and a little baby wrist, it might look a little weird on you. Seth, what's going on, man? What you doing streaming? I thought, yeah, back problems. I talked about it already. I iced it right before I jumped on the stream. And we'll see. I don't expect to stay on here long. And sitting is the problem. Every time I sit down, man, it's so difficult to stand back up. I might roll off this chair. After I end the stream, I'll just roll right onto the floor. Robotic says, I don't mind plastic. Yeah, I agree. I tried the S21 in store and thought I was holding the S21 Plus because it felt like the same. Yeah, Samsung does a really good job with their plastic phones. They don't feel bad, right? And they got that gradient to it where they look nice. The cloud red, the cloud navy on the S20 FE was pretty dope last year. I did get the red one just to be different, but that navy one was nice. Dogecoin to the moon and buy all the phones. Yeah, you're not wrong. Dogecoin to the moon, guys. If you don't know, Doge. Robotic, don't get me started on damn Dogecoin. Yeah, man. I made some money on Doge, man. Watch sold out on OnePlus's site. Yeah, I'm sure it's still selling well, even with all the reviews. You know, tech reviewers, we're picky, man. We're picky. Sep says, Barry, thanks for watching my latest video. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Sep is dropping videos now. Check out Sep's channel on YouTube. Up and coming creator. A lot of good creators in here. The community, right, guys? How good is the community, man? I love this community. Best decision I ever made was to start a YouTube channel. The best decision I ever made, hands down, in life. I don't know if that's sad or good. Is that sad? I don't know. Robotic says, 7 Pro is one of the best devices in the past 3 years. Easy. I love that phone. Absolutely love it. I had the blue one, 90 hertz refresh rate. Back then, they were the first phone to give us that besides, you know, a gaming phone back then. That display, though, no notch, no hole punch. Man, I'm so upset that I sold it. So upset. That's a phone that I would like to keep forever. I might have to buy, maybe I should just buy another 7 Pro and be done with it. Seb says, I'm sticking with my 4A 5G for a while. I miss having a SIM and an Android phone. Yeah. I do have some phones I want to sell. I have the Note 20. I have the S20 FE. I got the Fold 2, which I'm holding on to for the Fold 3. The iPhone. I got the Galaxy A71 5G, which I bought, made 2 videos on it, and never used it again. It's literally brand new sitting downstairs. What do you guys think of the A72 and the A52? A52 looks like a good deal too. And you know that's going to be the best-selling phone of 2021, just like the A51 was last year. I've been looking at the A51. It's only $350, man, brand new. Oh, we got a guest. We're going to bring in Next Level. What's going on, man? You there? Why can't I hear you?
You can hear me now. It's my fault. It's my fault.
There you are.
I had my microphone on mute.
What's going on, man?
So I hear you're looking for a new phone because you're getting bored with the market. Is that what's going on?
I'm bored, not bored with the market. I'm bored with the phones that I have.
But I think there's a problem, though. It's not just the phones that you have. There's not really anything too interesting within the last few months that have come out.
That's the problem. That's why I should have pulled the trigger. If I could do it all over again and go back in time,
Yeah,
I would buy the S21 Ultra at launch. Because
okay.
at launch, they would give me $700 as a trade-in for my Note 20, the plastic Note 20. Plus, they were giving me $260 in credit to buy other things like, whatever, Galaxy Buds Pro and a charger or something. But I didn't pull the trigger.
So you have a Note 20 right now?
I have the Note 20 right now, yeah. Not the Ultra.
And you're trying to trade it in to get... You're going to go with a OnePlus. And the reason you're going to pick a OnePlus is because of Oxygen OS. It's not because of the camera. It's not because of anything else. You want Oxygen OS.
Yeah, Oxygen OS is just... it's buttery smooth, man.
It doesn't matter anything else about the device. It is Oxygen. That's the same reason I want to go back to OnePlus as well, too. So I get where you're coming from. You're trying to decide between the 9 and the Pro because you're not going to get an 8. You have a 6T. You've tried a 7, I believe, as well, too. Yeah. You're going to want something new. And that's probably going to last you a few months.
I will say this, though. I'm not a case person, right? So I like how aesthetics are big for me. I like how phones look. And I don't like the colors of the 9 Pro or the 9.
What about something like a skin?
I mean, I could do that. I could do that, I guess.
Like a D-brand or a decal of some sort.
Yeah, it's just an extra step, right? Like that I don't want to take. It's just more money I got to spend. And then I got to take the time to skin it, which is nothing, but I guess I could do that. It's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sep says, I saw some of those headlines about the watch. Yeah.
Screw 'em.
Barry says, Slang, the watch is limited, but the testers had beta software, and my company would have called it alpha. Oh, wow. Agree. The S20 FE is a solid phone, and price point was very attractive. Yeah. And not only that, Samsung, I've heard somebody say this. I forget what channel I was watching the other day, but they were talking about Samsung and their trading deals, and their deals are the best by any company, hands down. And even today, they're giving me $450 as a trade-in for the S20 FE. It's a good deal, man.
400?
450.
That's a good, yeah.
I think it was 450. Yeah, it was 450 or 400. It was a little bit less than the Note. Because I used to have the Note 20 Ultra. I got rid of that when I bought the Fold.
What are they selling the OnePlus 9 Pro outright?
It's $1,069, man. It's over $1,000.
That's the Pro?
Yeah, that's the Pro, the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's a lot of money, man. That's a graphics card for me. Right? That's a graphics card for me.
Man.
That's a good graphics card for me. Sep says there's some techies pushing these $197 AirPod Pro deals. Yeah, that's not a deal. I mean, what is it? They've been $199 for a while now. So to get $2 off,
That's a rollback. That's not a deal. That's
that's
a
not a deal.
Walmart scam.
That's not a deal. I do still like the AirPod Pros though. I still think they're great. I have them sitting on my dryer at work. I use them quite a bit at work. Robotics says the beta software was worse than Minecraft pre-alpha. It couldn't even count your steps. The reviewers would walk for miles and it would register 8 steps. Well, that would do it. Sep says hot. Yeah, I'm going to roll out of this chair after the stream, man. And then I'm going to crawl over to this wall right here, this little ledge in the loft, and I'm going to pick myself up from that little ledge. That's how I got to get up, man. It's fucking pitiful, honestly.
Oh, another week or two, right?
It'll be another week and a half before I'm feeling better. Asen says, "Hey Slang, are you going to review the Soundcore Life A1s? Heard they got some major bass. I could look into it. I could hit them up and see if they'll send them to me.
I'm pretty sure they will.
They would if I ask them for it. They're great. They work. If you don't know, if you're a creator and you want to review Soundcore stuff, just hit them up, man. They're really good when it comes to creators." Michael Pepper says, "I think the problem with the watch is that something like the Tick Watch GTH at half the price with the same, but more refined, already at half the price, And half the price it matters, man. Price matters." Seb says, "I need some volume controls on the Aukey earbuds. They sound great, but don't want to pull out." Yeah, man, hands-free, brother. You know how it is. Got to be hands-free. That blue on that OnePlus was so nice. Yes. On both the 7 Pro and the 8 Pro. That matte finish on the 8 Pro, that's really why I want that phone. That's why I want the phone. I'm just going to be honest. The color and the matte finish.
If you just want it for the way it looks, it's going to run the same Oxygen OS as 9 does.
Well, yeah, it's still a premium device, right? It's running a Snapdragon 855. It's got 12, the one that they sell online still. It's 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. With that matte blue and that display, it's still running 120 hertz refresh rate on it. The camera's, it's okay.
I guess you could go with the 8 and get the headphones to go with it.
I could get the 8 Pro, but I think I'll get headphones with the 9 too if I buy the 9.
The AirBud ones, right?
They're
the wireless
offering
ones?
the Buds, what are they called? The Buds Plus Z, I believe they are. But yeah, that blue, man, that matte blue, anything matte, I'm all about matte. Matte blue, matte black, matte red, matte white. It doesn't matter. If it's matte, I want in. Zeno says, "I still have my Note 9. I don't hate you for that, bro. Note 9 is a great phone. I love that phone.
My overhead camera is a Note 9 with a broken screen.
The one you use, really?
Yeah, my overhead camera. And I run it as a wireless camera through OBS. It's not even connected to my computer. And it has a smash screen, but the camera still works. So I use it as my overhead camera.
Your streams are done on OBS?
No, but when I record offline, not my live streams, and I do, yeah.
Interesting. Barry says the A52 5G is solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that. Floss dropped his review today on the A52 and the A72, and they are very similar phones, man. I had the new Pixel 4 XL. I'm probably selling soon. I can't buy a Pixel. I can't. I just can't do it. Not yet. I can't go backwards.
If they could fix their, what do you call it? Their screen to body ratio for me, I would look at them a little bit more seriously.
I agree. If the Pixel 5 or 4A 5G is the biggest phone they have of the new phones.
Yeah.
And it's still too small for my liking. I think it's the best value they got when it comes to a phone. It's not the Pixel 5. But even saying that, look, Pixel's a great phone. I just like to mess with all the Pixel, fans out there because I just don't. I don't have that same bit of love. I know they're good phones, but I don't have that same bit of love for the Pixel. I just don't.
Yeah, I have nothing against the Pixel.
Yeah,
It's just not for me.
yeah. It's. I
I
think it's a
love
good
Android.
phone. I think it's a good phone, but I'm actually, you know what it is with me? I'm actually disappointed they stopped making or trying to make premium devices. I was looking forward because I had the Pixel 4. So I was looking forward to the Pixel 5 in like a 6.5 inch or 6.7-inch display. That's what I wanted. That I can get on board with. But them little baby phones, man.
I lowered my audio a little bit. That should be better on your side. I did. I did it on my mixer. So
It sounds good. I mean, let me know how he sounds, guys, if he's too loud.
yeah,
I can control you over here with the Rodecaster Pro that you've been holding on your desk for like 6 months and haven't unboxed.
it's there. It's there. I'm gonna unbox it soon. I got to get through some things first.
You hear this guy? You hear him? He's got a Rodecaster Pro on his desk that's still in the box for like 6 months.
It's all right. It's all right. What's up?
Love this community. See, this is the great, one of the best comments in the stream. How good is the community? Next level. You know, you're part of it.
Oh man, I have so much fun.
It's such a good place to be. Again, one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. Robotics says the Note 9 was a complete phone with all the features when it released. Great device. Those types of phones are long gone, though, sadly. Yeah. Note 9 is still a good device. I got a buddy who I work with. He still uses a Note 9. Obviously, Next Level just talked about it. With him, the Note 9 is still a really good device. And come to think of it, I think I'm still paying on the Note 9 that I bought. I bought a Note 9 brand new from T-Mobile, and they take money out every month. And last time I looked at my T-Mobile bill, I'm still paying for the Note 9 that I sold probably 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
I think I owe like 1 or 2 more payments. Last time I looked, it was like 3 or 4 payments left. So it's got to be done. It's got to be done any day now. Where are we at? Keep losing track. It's so hard to keep track on Ecamm sometimes. Sep says OnePlus always had them nice colorways. Yeah, like the Air Max 90 of smartphones. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't like the colors of the new ones. I don't like them. That silver on the 9 Pro is not a matte finish. And after the matte phones, right? The matte phone that was my daily driver for a very long time was the 11 Pro Max, that matte green finish. And Samsung just gave us that matte black, that was it Phantom Black? So nice. Wesley says, I have the 7T Pro, bought it overseas, and I love it. I'll be keeping it until it dies. Yeah.
Yeah. I switched from a OnePlus 6 to an S20 Plus, and I still miss my OnePlus 6. It was the first phone that I've switched to a newer phone and wanted to go back.
Yeah. I was playing with my OnePlus 6T today because when you're on OnePlus and you have to put in your trade-in information for the phone you want to trade in, you got to go in, give them the IMEI number. So I had my OnePlus 6T out, and I was going to try and trade that in, but unfortunately, they offered me $70 for it.
70?
70. I was like,
I mean, I'd at least give you 100.
I'll keep it for 70. There's no need to trade it in for 70. It's not even worth it. And it's in perfect condition, perfect shape. Robotics says, I agree. And now the colors are boring. Either fingerprint, magnet gloss silver. Yeah, man. Or an 11 Pro Max green copy. Yeah. That's my hesitation when thinking about buying a OnePlus 9 Pro. Because I do like how a phone looks. I already pretty much know what I'm getting into with hardware and software. I want it to look good too. I do. I want it to look good. Yeah, everyone seems to be bored with the market these days. Yeah, it's a slow time right now, right? And the pandemic isn't helping. Next Level needs to bring his volume down, or Sang needs to bring his up to balance it out.
Yeah, we did it. It's all good now.
Nice to see Next Level on your show. You guys have a great rapport. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Shout out to Baby Yoda in the background. That's my boy over there, Grogu. I want that OnePlus 8 Pro or the Xiaomi Mi 10T, yeah. It's
Yep.
all right. So
Any of
you
those
guys,
Xiaomi phones, I just want to play with them more.
yeah, I agree. You know, you guys have convinced me not to get the 9 Pro here. Since we've been talking about it already, I'm not getting the 9 Pro. So it boils down right now to the 9, OnePlus 9, or the 8 Pro. 9 or the 8 Pro, because I can get them both for around the same price. Literally for the same price, pretty much. Give or take 20, 30 bucks.
Yeah, but the main difference is you're not going to get the color you want if you
On
go
the
with the
9.
9.
On the 9.
Unless you go with a skin and you don't sound like you're interested in that skin. So
Well, then the price jumps up, right? If I have to spend extra money on a skin, that changes the whole
so
price.
all right, you just walked yourself right into the 8.
I'm trying to convince myself. I'm convincing myself to get the 8 Pro because of that blue color.
There you go. You know what you want.
I do, man. I do. I know what I want, but I don't know if it's the best. You know, I talk about value and bang for buck. I don't know if it's the
We
best
got
value.
a couple more keynotes coming out within the next couple months. What if a phone gets released and you're going to be like, I want that? Well, I mean, that's not even a what if. There's going to be something that's going to be dropped in the next few months and you're going to want to test it.
Well, that'll be the Fold 3.
Hmm.
Fold 3 will be out in a few months, and that will be the phone that I buy. There's not going to be an iPhone until, October, November. Maybe we'll get an iPhone SE 3, but I doubt it. I think that's rumored to be next year. So we're not going to get another iPhone until the end of the year. We're not going to get a Note. We're going to get the Fold 3. What else
So
is
what are you
coming?
going to do when you get the Fold 3? You're going to have the Fold 3 and the
Yeah.
iPhone in your pockets. What are you going to do with the OnePlus?
It's going to sit and gather dust.
Oh my god.
Like the other 8 phones I have downstairs on the desk. Like
You're killing me, bro.
I'll make videos with it. That's what I'll do
Okay,
with
all
it.
right, all right, all right.
I'll use it
You
for
win. You win.
videos.
At least you take it out of the box. I don't do that.
No, yeah, they're all out of the box. Seth says I saw Flossie's video on the Mi 10T, and I was like, okay, I could try it. Yeah, imports are cool, man. Barry says Xiaomi's are solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth says I almost put the trigger on the Redmi Note 9. Yeah, there's a lot of good phones, man. I
Mm-hmm.
wish they were easier to get over here.
You know, the problem with a lot of these phones, so like I have a Samsung phone, but I really didn't want to get it, and that's because of the software. I'm not a huge fan of Samsung software. The specs, everything else, cool. You give me OnePlus software on a Samsung phone, and I'm keeping that forever. But because of the software on here, I can't wait to get out of jump into another phone. Like
Yeah.
I'm seriously always looking for a good deal just to get rid of a Samsung phone, just because of the software.
It's gotten better. It has gotten better. It's just not for you, right? You like what you
Nah, it's
like.
not for me.
You like. I can't hate on it. You
Yeah.
like what you like, man. Barry says I just switched to the Redmi Note 9S now. Yeah. Blue and almond on the OnePlus. Yes, blue and almond on the 7 Pro. Solid with the clear case, but that 8 Pro at less than 500. Yes, sir. With a
Mm,
trade-in, I'll get the 8 Pro for what did I say, 275 around there.
275, yeah.
Which man, it's so. I literally had it in my cart an hour before the stream. I had all my shipping information in. I had my payment information in, and it was just hit that last button. And I was like, let me wait and talk about this in the stream just to see what everybody thinks. Because whatever phone I get, I'm going to have to make some videos on. That blue, that 7 Pro, man, I missed that phone. Robotics says, glad Samsung has switched to matte. They easily have the best colorways for their phones in their smartphone game. Yeah, I agree. Somebody kidnapped the designers. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm hoping we get some good colors on the Fold 3 this year. I was disappointed. Last year, my favorite color on the Note 20 Ultra was Mystic White. That Mystic White color was so nice. And we didn't get that on the Fold. That really disappointed me. We had the other 2 colors from the Note 20 series. We had the black and the Mystic Bronze. And those transferred over to the Fold 2. But we didn't get that Mystic White. I was so disappointed with that. Tech Loving Mama says, I'm pissed. I'm just learning my Note 20 Ultra doesn't have the camera function for the 3D image creation. Yeah. I love that little function too. I use it on the iPhones all the time. I should have kept my Note 10 Plus. Luckily, my kid has it, so I'll have to use it to make his models. Tech Lover Mama, you seem very intelligent. You got your hands in a lot of stuff. I like that. It's good. Seth says there's so many choices for the techies who don't need the new hotness. Yeah, there's so many good options, man. Options are so good. And that's across the board in tech right now. Every aspect of tech, good options. I'll try it. Just raise mine a little bit. That won't work for slang until later this year, Tech Loving Mama. Yeah. I keep having to turn down to 18 when Next Level talks and up to 25 when slang talks. This should be a little better. I lowered his and raised mine a little bit.
There you go.
Seb says, what's wrong with the Pixel slang? Mid-range is where Google excels at. No, that's not true, man.
Oh.
That's not true. They've only done it for
LG
1
thought.
year. This is the first year they've been good at mid-range.
That's what LG thought.
This is
LG
the first
thought
year
they were
Google's
good in the
been
mid-range.
At mid-range. 1 year. 1 year doesn't determine who they are. Because before that, the Pixel 4 was a failure. The Pixel 3 XL was a failure. Pixel 3a was a good phone. And I guess that kind of started the mid-range trend. But Google's a big enough company where they can come out and come big with a phone. They can come big with a phone. And all they had to do was give us that Pixel 5 and a 6.5 or 6.7 inch body with internals that the S20 FE came out with. They would have killed it. They would have killed it. I'd have one of those phones right here with me right now. The problem I have with the Pixel lineup this year, the 4A is a great phone. It is. The Pixel 5 is not worth twice the price of the 4A. It's just not. It's not. It's not that much better. It's not twice as good as the 4A. I don't see it. Robotic says, what do you think of the Sony Xperia 3 releasing soon? $1,200 to The price is the problem right there already. Headphone jack, SD slot, 888, 12 gigs of RAM, flagship stuff, and good Sony software. It's appealing, but at that price, yeah, the price kills it, man. They're not.
But Sony has, I don't know. I don't think that they're putting big enough batteries in their phone for one. And their screen are always, their screens are nice. But you can't have, a 3,300, 3,500 milliamp hour battery running a 4K display. In my personal opinion, I don't know if that's the specific battery on that phone, but I think they need bigger batteries, and I'm not sure about their software either. But they always come out with great features.
Yeah.
But if it's a interesting experience when navigating the phone and the phone's not lasting a whole day, it's not going to be recommended very much.
They don't have the foothold in the market to come out with a phone at that price point. They don't.
I agree with that.
And they don't have the following to come out with a phone at that price point. Like,
I'm going to pull up that phone right now. I want to see the size of the battery. I'm curious.
Because look what else you can get for that price. You can get a 12 Pro Max. You can get a S21 Ultra. You can get a Note 20. You can get, you could basically get a Fold 2 at that price. Barry says, Sep, too small for him and he wants a more premium version. That's it. That's all I'm asking for with Google. Give me a more premium version. I don't have any problems with the 4A. That was my number 2 phone of the year behind the S20 FE. But they're a big enough company. I want them to give us more. I want more. I want a big phone from them. Robotic, I'm liking these Sony Mark IIIs. Yeah, I think price point though, Barry, man. The price. Yeah, same here. Price is a bit steep. Given their camera performance is not bad, but for $1,200 to $1,300, it's got to be better. And software support should be better. Fix that, and it's a rival. I don't know if it'd be considered a rival. It takes a long time to become a rival. But they could be, they could build out a nice little niche for themselves. Barry, seems like the 8 Pro. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough, man.
All right. That Sony phone's coming with 4,500 milliamp hour battery. It's not bad.
It's decent.
but I don't know.
It's a
I don't know.
decent size battery. What
Specs look good
size?
actually.
What size is a screen?
It's a 6.5-inch screen,
Mm.
12 gigs of RAM, 4,500 milliamp hour battery.
Damn, I gotta wait for Rona to leave before I get a premium Pixel. Speaking of the Rona, I got my first shot today.
Which one did you go with?
Pfizer.
Okay.
Pfizer. The most disappointing part of using the OnePlus 9 is the recording time limits at 4K. There's a recording time limit on that phone. And 4K and 1080p on the front camera. Yeah. OnePlus 9 Pro, I believe, only has 1080p on the front camera also. Digital might have to look at a Sony, not for that price. I'm not paying that price for a Sony. I would buy something else. I'd buy the S21 Ultra or something for that price. 1080p front camera, that's on the $200 budget phones. Yeah. And the OnePlus 9 Pro, I believe it's a 1080p front camera as well. Take Love of Mama says, I don't have issues with the volume with you guys, but I am using Buds Live. They probably sound really good right now to you. I hope Sony fixed the overheating when filming in 4K. Yeah. Barry Johnson, they need some kind of cooling system. Yeah, overheating it's going to destroy a phone. I'm using the Taltronic Sound Liberty 94 buds. Y'all sound good to me. Good, we finally got it fixed. And we've already been streaming for an hour. I probably can't move. That's why I'm still streaming, because I probably can't get up anyway. I'm just going to literally fall over after the stream.
Oh, God.
Tech Levels says, my husband went from the 4XL to the 4A 5G, and he feels the difference, and it doesn't. Well, there is a difference, right? The 4XL had premium specs at that time, and the 4A has mid-range specs. You're going to notice, anybody that says they don't notice a difference in performance on a 4A compared to a flagship is crazy. I noticed the difference when I used it. It's still good. It's still good enough to get done what you need to get done, but there's a difference.
It's either they're crazy or they never needed performance to begin with, because some people are not power users. Like everyone in our circles, yeah, we use every single app under the sun, and we stretch everything from the camera to the battery life. But there's people out there that just want to use a phone to browse a couple web pages and to make a couple phone calls and text messages. There are people still out there.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't care. Robotics says there are battery upgrades for the new Sony phone, so battery life may be solid if they optimize it well. Sony has some of the best battery features, no doubt, but 4K 120 hertz is a gimmick on 6.5 inches.
You're not lying there. You don't need 4K on a 6.5-inch screen.
Zeno says I'm using the JLab J-Buds Air ANC. It's a good choice, man. Robotics says I like QHD a lot, honestly, but 4K on 6.5, not even 6.8 or 6.9 like the Notes. Too small for 4K. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. It's still nice to have, though. That booty notch on the 3XL, though. Yeah, man. That Pixel 3XL notch was the ugliest thing I've ever seen on a phone. On a new generation of phones. I'm sure there's worse things going back. Robotics says it looked awful. That bathtub notch, it was called. Pixels have had rough design. That's the problem I've had with them, too, is the designs. They finally fixed that this year. The designs on the phones this year were finally good. J-Buds Air ANC, great buds. They're a little pricey on Amazon and especially on JLab. Yeah, they are good buds, though. Opinions about the Apple Car. I mean, it'll be cool when it comes out in 10 years. I don't think we're going to see it for a long time. Very long time. And by that time...
So you're saying we're going to see a space hotel before we see an Apple Car?
Yeah. We'll be... Elon will have people traveling in space before we have that Apple Car. At least on the borders of space. Seb says, I love the Pixel 3. Perfect size, and the single camera takes great pictures. If only Google can give us the ultra-wide telephoto wide angle. Yeah. I agree. Latrell, how you doing, bro?
What's up?
Y'all sound good, but slang could still be a tad louder to make it more equal. I can go. I'm only like 30% on the slider. I can get loud. Zeno says I got mine for 35 at Goodwill in the box. Wow, that's actually really impressive. Dan Metz Steel, I got mine for $6 open box. Have any plans for movie watch parties in the future? I mean, maybe I would do that on Slangcast. On Slangcast, that would be fun.
How does that even work?
I don't know. I've never done one. I don't know. Because you're gonna get copyrighted if you show the movie, probably.
Right. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I don't know. Barry says, "Yep, ugliest notch ever on the." Barry, when did you start using the Pixel? Is it this year or last year? Have you got your bags full with crypto? Oh man, that's a yes. That's a yes, and Next Level does as well. It's a yes. Yeah, I'm heavily into crypto right now. I'm all in on crypto, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
All in. Latrell, not really. We're probably going to end it. We've been streaming for an hour, so we're going to end it, in 10, 15 minutes. I'm not going to stream for too much longer. I won't be able to walk in the morning if I do. The Pixel 4 was hard to let go. I'm telling you about that battery life was 2011. Yeah. I had the orange Pixel, which I loved the color. Loved it. I loved how that phone looked, except for the forehead and the chin. That battery life was iPhone SE level. Terrible.
Did they finally get a new camera sensor?
No, they're still using the same one. We don't know about this year's phone, though. This year's phone might be different. But don't mention that. You can't mention that.
Nothing. It wasn't me.
Because that's, people don't like that. People don't like that. Robotics says, rumors reveal Samsung is working on a tri-folding tablet design. Yeah, we talked about that last night on the stream. Halfway in the works already, apparently. Yeah. It's going to be next year. Sounds pretty interesting. Curious to see how they pull that off. I think they're talking about first quarter of next year. We might see the tri-folding tablet.
They're going to tri-fold your wallet with that one, too.
Imagine what that's going to cost. Can you believe? You know what I do want, though?
Apple levels.
Yeah, you're going to be paying that tax. You're going to pay that tri-fold tax. I want that TCL rollable, foldable we talked about.
Yo, you keep talking about that. I'm going to hit them up real soon.
I want that thing. You have contacts at TCL?
I want one. I'm going to try to figure out how to find one right now.
Barry started with the Pixel 2. Okay, OG. Latrell says, I want to do a watch party with Hulu or Disney Plus, but none of my friends are trying to do that. I'll do it with you, Latrell. We can do that. I don't have Hulu, though. I got Disney Plus. I got HBO Max. I don't have Hulu.
I do watch parties on Plex because I'm broke.
Yeah. Richard Jenkins, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming through. Latrell says, oh, wow, you've been on here for an hour. I'm late. Yeah, you're always late, but I appreciate you coming through, though. Steph says, here's what I heard about Google. They had the old design team and the HTC design team working on all devices. One team had to go. Later on, I'm going to get the Display Shield, DiePlay Shield ANC. DiePlays are okay. There's better ones. What are you going to pay for that, though? Because there's a lot better earbuds out there than DiePlay for the price. And I reviewed a couple of their stuff, and they're not bad, but if you compare what you can get at that same price point, there's probably better options for you, bro. Just saying. Seb says that Nobody movie with Saul Goodman is good. Haven't heard too much about that. I got to check that out. Latrell said, here's something that'll annoy you, my love. Yeah. Latrell, man, come on. The OG Fold it's cool. It's cool.
It was cool for the hot minute when it came out.
The Fold 2 destroys that phone, man.
Well, yeah, it does.
It destroys it. Come on.
When we didn't know the Fold 2 existed, the Fold was okay.
Yeah. That little baby display on the front.
But here's the thing: the Fold was a beta, and the
Yeah.
Fold 2 really is the first Fold.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The original Fold had a lot of issues. It was the beta project of that design, and they absolutely nailed it with the Fold 2. Nailed it. You got to get rid of that Fold, man. Get rid of that thing. Come on, Latrell. He does love that Fold, though. Early next year, there will be the Note 22 as well. That should be a banger. Yeah. I'm a Note fan. I love the Note phones, the lineups. I had the Note 4, the Note 5, the Note 8, the Note 9, the Note 10, the Note 10 Plus, the Note 20, the Note 20 Ultra. I am a huge Note fan. Terrell says, I have a TC Mobile contact. I'm going to be DMing you, brother. I'm getting Paramount Plus soon. I don't have that either, man. Although, I don't think I have it. Seb says, don't waste your money on multiple streaming platforms, Latrell. I don't know. I've never used it. I don't know anything about it. Seb says, Google needs to punch it up on the camera sensors. It's time to innovate. They could do it. They can do it. They're big enough to do it. They're big enough to pull anything off. If they want to come out with an incredible premium device, they could do it. Akash, in your opinion, what would be your dream tech collaboration? Wow.
Ooh, with like another content creator?
Yeah, is that what you're asking? Like, who would I want to make a video with?
Or are you talking about which company would you like to collaborate to showcase products?
I think they're talking about what company.
I thought he was talking about creator, because that would be cool.
I mean, I guess for me, it would be Apple. I am all in on the ecosystem with Apple. Everything. I got the iMac in front of me. I got the iPhone here. I got the iPad Pro right in front of me. I got another iMac downstairs. I guess it would be Apple. Yeah, it'd be Apple for me, for sure. What about you?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. And the reason why I'm having a hard time picking is because companies don't just do one thing anymore. They don't just make phones, or they don't just make computers, or they don't just make one thing or another. Like, one of the first companies that came to my mind was NVIDIA, but not because of graphics cards, because they're starting to get involved into artificial intelligence and the EV market, right? Like, there's so many things that are going on behind the scenes that it's hard to really pick one company or the other. But I think for myself, it would have to be somewhere along the lines of, SpaceX, because I want to see all the stuff that's going in there, or something along the lines of the EV market for myself.
All right. If that was a good answer, because if we're thinking outside of the box, right? Because I did that based on what I'm creating and what type of content I'm creating. But in my dream scenario, yeah, something like Elon and SpaceX or something like that, that would be that would be incredible.
Right.
Yeah. Let's review his next space shuttle. Right? Like something like that.
With a fine-tuned comb.
That would be dope.
What does this button do? Don't touch that.
Yeah. Latrell says, you're a baby display on the front. Jeff, take that. Netflix and Prime Video is all I needed. Yeah, it's true. I have both of those, Netflix and Prime. But actually, T-Mobile pays for my Netflix.
A lot of people don't even use their Prime that they pay for. And a lot of people don't even know that YouTube has a free TV show and movie category.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw a video on that the other day about the free movies on YouTube. Just watched a video on it.
Yeah.
Prime Video, I only bought Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime because of all the stuff I buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the only thing I watch on Amazon Prime, I'll check it every now and then for a movie, but The Boys.
I knew you were going to say The Boys.
Yeah, I watch it for The Boys. The Boys, if you haven't seen The Boys, the show on Amazon Prime, man, you need to watch The Boys. And if you don't know what it is, it's about superheroes that don't give two shits.
I was really hoping that Amazon Prime would have picked up QB when it was dying, because QB had some really good shows that were just starting up with, like Kevin Hart and a couple other, some big names, but they weren't pushing their product at the right time, because QB is a platform that was meant to be watched on a cell phone. So if you were traveling on the train or the bus, you could catch these short little clip TV shows and movies. But they started to push it in the pandemic where no one's traveling anymore. So they got squashed and hit hard. But on the other hand, Amazon has a notorious track record of starting things and killing them after the first season. We look at The Tick. We want to look at what's the other one? Swamp Thing. Like, there's so many things that Amazon has started and killed after the first season. So, I thought that QB had some good, interesting ideas and creators, but not a good enough platform. So I was hoping they would have a good switch up.
Amazon's big enough where they could do that, right? They can start whatever they want, and if they don't like it, if it's not working, just get rid of it. They're big enough to do that. Latrell says, I'm pulling a Lou. Leave me alone, man. I'm going to pull out the original Galaxy Buds or even Gear Icons. You love them Gear Icons too, man. Crazy. Latrell, you living in the past. You living in the past, brother. I regret. Michael Pepper says, I regret getting rid of my Fold. The OG Fold, man. Zeno says, I got the Note 9. Yeah, Note 9 is a great phone, man. Hello, Binks. Hello. Sep says, I want them Bull-Tone earbuds. They look solid. If I had a list of earbuds that I want, Sep, you know how it is. Every time I watch a video from El Jefe, I want the damn earbuds. I tell him all the time, you know how much money I spent because of you? Latrell says, I'm tired of having to pay $10 a month just because I want to watch Malcolm in the Middle on one platform and Drake and Josh on the other.
I recently did a live stream and I said, there's so many different streaming platforms that instead of buying them all, what you really need to decide is what you want to watch and which month you want to watch it on. And then switch them up. You're not in long-term contracts with these streaming platforms. You could cancel one month, get into another the next month, binge watch whatever you want to watch, and then jump into the next one the next month.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I wish we could just get everything in one place.
Yeah, but you thought we could get away from, cable nickel and diming us without them figuring out how to circle right back into everything.
It's good business, man. It's good business. They know what they're doing. It's a game, right? It's back and forth. Yep. It's back and forth.
You're like, this is what you want. Okay, you think you want this, right? You think, yeah.
They get you.
And they all start the same way. $5 a month, and then before you know it, you're paying $20, and you're like, what happened?
Yeah, one way or another, they're gonna reach into your pocket. It's gonna keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
All these streaming services are gonna start making me miss the prime days of cable.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, I don't miss cable at all. Seb says, I don't even like Samsung, but that Fold 2 was solid. OG Fold was a beta-tested device. No cap. Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah, it was.
I'd be fine with just Netflix and Hulu, but we don't need a streaming app for every cable network. Yeah. I do not trust any tech reviewers capping. Yeah, man. Latrell, you hear Sep, right? You hear him. I agree with you, Sep. And he'll pull up both folds, the Fold 2 and the original, and he'll be using that original, the OG. If you were into watching reruns, maybe download the series via torrent. You could do torrents. Yeah. You could do torrents. Or you could get yourself
on YouTube, some things we can't.
You can get yourself a jailbroken Fire Stick. You can get everything. T-Mobile pays for mine. Yeah, T-Mobile, man. I don't think I'm ever leaving T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile for a long time, and they're very good to me. Latrell want to watch reruns of SpongeBob with Paramount. SpongeBob and Tom and Jerry. YouTube is, speaking of YouTube and originals, I don't really care for originals either, but I used to really want YouTube TV. And that's what I was going to go to. I was actually going to cancel my cable years ago, go to YouTube TV. But then, I never pulled the trigger. It's still, I still think YouTube TV is a good option. They have some good stuff on there. Man, can USB charger charge with a Type-C? Yeah, I have a I have a USB-C charger in my car right now that will charge not only my iPhone, but my Fold 2. And it is a USB. It's a USB Type A to USB Type C. Robotic says, Prime Video has a few banging shows, honestly. Oh, what's another one good? Hunters. Wasn't Hunters on Amazon Prime?
I think so. They had a couple, man. There was one called Upload, but that was only one season too.
That was with
I don't know actors and actresses'
the
names.
Arrow's brother, the Arrowverse guy. Yeah. Upload was good. It was on recently, right? The guy died and he was in this like fantasy world. Yeah,
I
Upload
liked
was
it.
good.
Where's season 2? Is it coming?
It's delayed because of the pandemic.
Whatever.
Check out
I'm not holding my
Hunters.
breath.
Yo, you would like Hunters.
All right, I'll check it out.
Hunters.
I'm waiting for Ozark. Man.
Ozark
I want that
is
number
a banger.
4.
Ozark is good.
Ooh.
And the way that ended last season too.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know what Hunters is, I believe it's called Hunters. Hunters is in the in 2020, whenever it was, there were still Nazis around in the US. And these Nazis were like infiltrating everything, like doing crazy stuff. And they were being hunted by a group of people that knew they were there. Robert De Niro's in it. Or not Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Michael says, I like to work with Google to help them create the experience I like from my Apple ecosystem. That's a good idea, Michael. Kind of the reason Slang would like to work with Apple. Yeah. Homelander. I've heard good things about that.
A Homelander, he's from The Boys, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was talking about the show. There's a show called Homelander too, isn't there? Or Homeland? Is it Homeland?
I don't know.
Yeah, Homelander is the crazy one. He's the man.
Just the big baby.
He is the big baby. Literally, he's the big baby. Yeah. I'm going to start utilizing, all those emails where you get free trials. Do it. That's how I get YouTube Premium. Everything I buy, you get like 3 months of YouTube Premium. The Boys is so good. So good. What kind of content does Next Level do? Tell them, Next Level.
For the most part right now, my main thing is my podcast. So I have a podcast that I work with my friend called Rojas. The podcast is called Beyond the Streams. So the podcast is on all the main places you go to listen to your podcast, as well as the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel. We have a clips channel where we make clips of the podcast. I do also have my Next Level Tech channel. I've had to change the kind of content that I used to make. So now I'm just doing mostly just live streams right now until I figure out kind of the path I'm going on. I have a bunch of tech that I need to review, but it's just difficult with working with the podcast and some of the other projects I have going on in the back end. So yeah, I mean, follow me if you want. Check out the podcast because we do have some pretty good interviews on there. El Jefe's been on there. Digital Slang's been on there. One of the most recent interviews that we've done is with Turtle Beach. So the PR manager from Turtle Beach, Neat Microphones, and Rocket came over for about half an hour and a half. And we did an interview with him. We've done interviews with robotic companies and a bunch of other companies. So there's always some pretty interesting content.
Yeah, he does. Him, his partner Rojas, they must post 4 or 5 videos a day. Like nonstop. Every time I go on YouTube, there's a new video from you guys. Every time. But yeah, I've been on their podcast.
Yeah.
El Jefe's been on. I met them through El Jefe actually.
Yeah.
Zach Talk Tech has been on your podcast before.
Zach, yeah, he has, yeah.
What are you closing? You're closing in on what? 40,000 subs?
Yeah, my main channel, 40,000 subscribers.
Yeah, they're doing good things over there, man. Check them out. Next Level Tech. And how do you say it with no vowels?
Yeah, I say it with no vowels, right?
Next Level Tech with no vowels.
I couldn't buy any when I started the channel. What can I say?
Yeah, and he talks a lot about cryptocurrency and investments and things like that as well. He's big into crypto and mining and things like that. A lot of good stuff. Robotics says, luckily, Roku just picked up, how do you say, Quibi's?
Quibi, yeah.
Quibi's content. I'm not on Roku, though, sadly. Yeah, me neither. Or Sony, because at heart, I love photography. That's my major. Yeah. Any of those companies would be nice. Google, I wouldn't turn down any of them. They'd be fantastic to work with. TLM like the violent stuff. Yeah, The Boys is pretty violent. Imagine if Google made Quibi, would be gone just as fast as if they didn't buy it.
You know, imagine if Google made any streaming platform, anything. Like, I think that would be a very interesting concept if Google made a streaming platform where they took creators off of YouTube and turned it into short TV series or something like. There's so much good talent on YouTube, and there's actually people producing content on this platform that is better than some of the tech shows that I watched growing up. Like, look at MKBHD's production value. That's a TV show. You know, there's so many good content creators that produce like a TV show.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're using $20,000-$30,000 cameras to do it with a whole crew, with the best audio, sound treated rooms. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they're absolutely professional. I mean, if you look at some of the production quality of the keynotes that we've been seeing. Right? Apple does it big every time. Apple nails it pretty much every time they do a keynote. But the other companies, Samsung's last keynote, not that good.
You know what was funny? When we got into this pandemic and everyone had to switch into digital conferences.
Oh, the
right?
newscasters?
And you're seeing all these people and you're like, yo, my production is so much better than theirs right now.
Yeah, yeah. I used to watch when it all first happened and all these reporters and newscasters had to work from home and report from home. Their production quality was terrible.
Terrible.
Little makeshift rooms and so, but you know, I get it. They're not the ones setting all that up when they go to work.
Right. But it was just fun to watch.
It was
the
fun
transitional
to watch.
period.
Yeah, because I can name 10 people in this chat right now that can produce better quality than what those people were doing.
They were legit on, you could tell they were on laptops using the built-in laptop camera and mic.
It was funny. It was funny to watch, definitely, because you're not used to seeing that, right? You're used to seeing this perfect production. And it definitely was not that. It wasn't even YouTube quality production. Tech Love and Mama says, yeah, I was excited for the Swamp Thing and they killed it. It brought back memories from watching it. I didn't watch the new Swamp Thing, but I was a fan of it as a kid.
That series, that season, the first season was interesting because I was scrolling, didn't even know it was a thing. I clicked on it and started watching this and I'm like, where did this come from?
It's good.
So it was interesting. But the problem is you get into the first season and you know there's not a second one. Like, I don't know. I have a problem with that. Because if I binge watch something, you can't just stop after the first season.
Yeah, it's disappointing when there's not a follow-up to it. It is. It is. I'm waiting on like 10 shows right now to come out with their new season.
Yeah.
Latrell says, just a hassle to cancel your subscription because you're done using one service and picking it up again later.
Hey, if you don't want to spend the prices, there's always more work. You can save money by putting in work, or you can save the hassle by spending the money. And that's how things are in life.
Yeah, it's true. I pay extra all the time for convenience. I've gotten to that point in my life where convenience, a lot of the times, is more important to me than saving a buck. Just is. Akash says, why did the LG Wing fail? Like, who wouldn't want to watch a YouTube video full screen and scroll through the comments? Some people don't care, man. And price point on that was a big deal. It was still $1,000 phone. Was it a gimmick? I don't know if it was a gimmick or not, but I don't think we'll ever see another phone like that.
I'm going to go with, you can even take the wing out of that sentence for me. And I'm going to say it failed because marketing. They didn't invest enough into their mobile division marketing for it to have any kind of longevity. And the problem was when we went to CES this year, they had made a decision to move into the EV market, and they partnered with Magna. So would they rather still be, barely making ends meet in the mobile division, or be making, waves to the future when working with Magna and building towards smart advancements with the smart software that they have? So,
yeah. And the LG Wing was basically a beta project, just like the OG Fold.
Yeah.
Like, it's the first of its type in the market, and you're also selling it for $1,000. Like,
Mhm.
not a lot of people are going to jump onto that, especially when LG doesn't have a big foothold in the market share. Like they just don't.
Mhm.
So they weren't going to
But,
sell a lot of those phones.
but here's the thing. I'm going to say this about LG. I'll say the same thing about Sony and a bunch of other phones that are kind of in that mid tier and trying to reach into that flagship level and charge those flagship prices. It's the marketing that's killing them, right? Because they're not spending one on getting in front of the eyes of the people. We have companies like Samsung out here that'll do loaner phones where you can review it and they'll send it back to them. There's companies that'll send you free devices to review and push out to the market. There's not enough of these companies that are doing these one-off designs because we need them in the market, but they're not investing enough into getting it in front of people and into the hands of the people that it actually makes a difference when it comes to the end users.
Problem is, marketing costs a ton of money. I mean, these are huge companies, so they could spend that money if they wanted to. But I don't know, man. The LG Wing was a good idea, good phone. It's just for me, it's
But
overpriced.
a lot of these specs when it comes to cell phones is almost boiling down. We're at the point where it's like, are you selling a phone or are you selling a gaming device? Right? We're getting to the point where, we have phones coming out next year with 16 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, yeah.
When we started to work on computers, you would recommend, oh, you're a gamer, you need 16 gigs of RAM in your computer. Now we have phones, gaming phones that are coming out with 16 gigs of RAM. But we're going to get to a point within the next year to two where specs aren't going to matter the same when it comes to gaming because everybody is moving transitionally to a cloud-based gaming platform. We have xCloud, we have Amazon Luna, we have Stadia, we have, Google has, Google Stadia. Then there's a bunch of other ones, right? Even Plex is picking up streaming of Atari games. And when you have cloud-based gaming, you don't necessarily need all those specs in your device. All the processing power is being done by the cloud. So it's just going to be very interesting when we hit a certain point. And what do we do at that point? We're going to drop down the amount of specs, but maybe speed up how they work. So I don't know. It should be interesting.
I love tech, man. Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had phones for years already with 12 gigs of RAM. The OnePlus 8
Yes.
Pro
Yeah.
I'm looking at from last year has 12 gigs of RAM in it.
Yeah.
I love tech. I just want it all. I want it all. I wish I could afford it all because I'd buy everything. Tech Level Mama says, I love action, violent, gore, horror, raunchy, mysteries, funny. So you like everything. Pretty much everything.
That sums up Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Who is the girl? I used to be a big fan of Smallville. Isn't like Lana Lang in Smallville? Kristen
Smallville?
Kruk? Huh?
I'm not sure. I don't know actors and actresses. I can't say, man.
Little brunette chick. Sep says Swamp Thing was so good. It gave me the net. Man, I gotta check that out. Akash says I'm still waiting for the Say iPhones. Yeah, we'll lose the notch. Well, we're gonna get a smaller notch this year, and then the rumors are next year we won't have a notch. We'll have a hole punch, and I hope that's true. I would much prefer the hole punch. I'm tired of the notch, and I hate Face ID. As much as I love iPhones, I hate Face ID, and I hate the notch.
What's up, Preppy? I didn't know you were in here.
Hello to his
My other half.
better other half.
Who hit her first 1,000 subscribers last night?
Congratulations on your 1,000 subs. Check out Preppy Mama's channel, guys. She just hit 1,000 subs. Show her some support. Congratulations. You can get monetized now.
Well, she's got to get that watch time. The watch time is always that long stretch.
Yeah, that's a little more difficult than the subs.
Yeah.
Trail says, I use Cyberflix TV too. That provides you the most high quality links. I put that app on my Fire Sticks and Verizon Stream TV boxes.
There's better than Cyberflix. That's all I'm going to say. I don't talk about that stuff on YouTube no more, but it is what it is.
Sep, right here. This comment says it all. I can't stand LFA. He had me buying Buzz left and right in 2020. Yeah. I used to just send him a message and be like, damn, man. Every time I see him post like a link on Twitter with an affiliate link and I end up buying it, it happens quite a bit. Akash, jailbroken iPhone, rooted Android, or their stock versions. I prefer a jailbroken iPhone. I've been jailbreaking iPhones since the iPhone 4. I love it. I love them. I wish that we didn't have to jailbreak an iPhone. I wish we would have all that accessibility, you know, just out of the box. Unfortunately, we don't. But I will say this: jailbroken iPhones have made Apple give us more, which, you know, a lot of people say Apple doesn't give us a lot, but we would have less if it wasn't for jailbroken iPhones.
I guess it's kind of like when back in the day, you would have to root an Android phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But now there's no real point in rooting an Android phone.
You don't need
There's
to.
there's not.
You don't
Don't
need
need
to
to.
any longer. It's different now. They give you everything you need. And if you want to, you can go into the build number and unlock developer options and just play around in there. Tech Level Mama says Xfinity cable package says or pays my basic Netflix. I paid $3 a month for 4 screens at a time. That's good. YouTube TV is a nice service. I made a free trial at least 6 times already. YouTube TV, when it launched, had insane pricing. Yeah, I believe it was like $60 at launch.
Yeah, it was $60. Yeah,
Was the best deal in the streaming world. Then over several months, they slowly start. What are they pricing now? Where are they at now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, if they're not at $60 anymore, it's probably not worth it.
I don't know, man. You guys got all that the good streaming services in the States.
Yeah, you Canadians, man, get the short end of it. In some things, in some regards.
In almost 99% of everything.
Latrell says Amazon Prime Video doesn't really interest me either. But at the end of the day, YouTube is taking up almost all of my time with premium. Had it since YouTube Red.
Yeah.
Next, us, right? We left cable for Netflix to get everything, but these studios found out the cheat code. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about taking our money, man. Akash, hit me with the best joke you can think of right now. Go. I'm going to pass on that. You got a joke?
Yeah.
Next level?
I ain't got no jokes.
Nah, I ain't got no jokes. Do I look like I tell jokes? I don't tell jokes. I like to F with people. I like to talk trash, but I don't really have any jokes.
Yeah, you do.
I love to talk trash. Yeah, but I don't.
Last night was jokes, man.
Yeah, I don't have any jokes. I definitely talk trash with you. Robotic says y'all need to watch Homecoming once Amazon Prime. It's one of their best shows. 2 seasons, though.
That's probably what you were thinking of.
Yeah, it was. I had YouTube Red with the Google Play Music sub family plan, so I'm grandfathered into the $15 a month plan. Latrell, you an OG, man. For as young as you are, you're an OG in a lot of things. I had YouTube TV in 2015 and 16. It's all right, but you couldn't watch sport. Yeah, Sports Live. It's a problem.
But everybody's fighting over Sports Live, and you're getting different things with different platforms and different prices. It's hard.
Yeah. Barry's grandfathered in. Yeah. The Expanse on Prime Video.
Expanse, yeah.
So much to watch. Rojas Reviews. Yeah, that's his Next Level's partner, I guess you can call it.
I guess you could do it. It sounds kind of weird, but yeah, we've been working together for a few years now.
Yeah, both of them do a lot of content, man. Good stuff.
Now, a lot of people probably don't know, but his channel got hit. He was about 130,000 subscribers, and his channel got hit. So he's got a new channel, and he's just building up. So if you haven't seen him in a while, it's because you're not subscribed to his new channel. I've worked with him for years. I've worked with Electrical MD. I've worked with New Tech Evolution. I've had TDUK on my podcast. I've worked with a lot of the streaming content creators from that side of the world. So, yeah.
Is there any word on him getting his channel back? Because 130,000 subs to lose your channel? I had 8,000 subs when I lost my first channel.
You know what? I don't want to speak for him, but I don't have an update. And when YouTube stops responding, it is what it is.
It's terrible. Ever got your mask torn out while in public?
What's wrong with people?
Negative. No.
Ain't nobody touching anywhere near to my face in public.
Yeah, that's... I wonder if they changed the name from YouTube Red because the name got confused with the service that offers completely different content. Well, you got that red streaming box that you see in front of stores everywhere that sells like DVDs or lets you rent them. Sci-Fi had some good shows back in the day. Yeah, they did. The One More Comfort Buds Pro as good as the AirPods Pro? for ANC. You would have to ask El Jefe for that. I do not own those buds, so I'm not the one to answer that question. El Jefe loves those buds. Sep, you might even know a little bit more about these than I do. I know they're really good, but I don't own them, so I can't tell you if they're better or not. Mr. Robot, Bosch, and Sneaky Pete are good on Amazon Prime. Man, I got to check those out. I haven't watched anything except the ones I mentioned on Amazon Prime.
Everyone always forgets about Prime.
Yeah, I do. Sep says, Rojas is good. Yeah, both of these guys, man, they pump out tons and tons of content. And Kaj says, what's the next non-tech item that tech is going to conquer? I don't know if that was worded well. Non-tech item that tech is going to conquer?
I guess basically, what is the next field that tech is going to take away jobs from? Is that what you're asking?
I'm not sure how to answer that. And that's something I got to put a little thought into. Latrell says, speaking of Roku, I'm looking into getting my first TCL TV. We're talking about Talk to Michael Pepper for my guest room, which is funny because it's going to be bigger and a lot better than the TV I have in my own room.
No, don't do it. Latrell, I think you were the one that said that you're using Cyberflix. So if you want to continue to use Cyberflix and you don't want to use a third-party device, you could go ahead and get a Fire TV, an Android TV. There's a lot of companies that are doing Android TVs. I even think that TCL has an Android TV as well. And you could load that right onto the TV instead of plugging in a Fire Stick or a Roku or whatever, and you can stream whatever you want.
There you go. There's your answer. Samsung does keynotes a lot better in person. They've been dropping the ball in virtual. Yeah. I mean, but that's what we've been talking about. We've been talking about production quality on the virtual ones, and they haven't been doing a good job about it. The Z Fold 2 was one decent. Yeah, decent's not good enough. It's not good enough. Where are we at? I think I lost my spot. Kai says, we see that Baby Yoda peeking. Yeah, that's my boy back there. There's one behind Next Level and me.
I got two more up there.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff he's never unboxed over there.
Hey. I was busy. I was busy, all right? I was busy.
MKBHD's Retro Check YouTube original series. Yeah, it's really good. There's his mining rig. What are you mining right now? Ethereum?
Nah, I'm mining Dogecoin right now.
He's mining Dogecoin right now.
I'm mining Dogecoin right now.
Yeah, Michael, man, those retro tech videos are awesome. I haven't seen them all yet. I watched the teleportation one, and I watched, what was the other one I watched? What was the one before teleportation? The first one.
I've only seen his intro video, so I can't say.
His production quality, man, he's just incredible.
Yeah, but then even look at like Linus. Linus has 52 people working in his company now.
I just watched his tour. Did you see his tour?
No, I haven't watched his tour yet. I don't even want to watch it, man. I'm just like, he's making me jealous at this point.
Yeah, he did a tour last week or 2 weeks ago about his new place, and it's incredible.
Look, we got Jay's 2 cents out here that wants to do a giveaway on graphics cards, and he's giving out 2080s, and Linus is doing videos pulling out 3090s like they're still in stock.
Yep. Did you see? He has a whole section full of. He has one whole section full of graphics cards. He has another whole section full of.
Walking into these people places, like, okay, walking into your place, you'll find like a headphone, but they'll all be different brands. Yeah. You could walk into their places and find boxes of items because companies literally send them boxes of items. It's crazy.
Yeah. Every computer on his tour, every computer he built himself, right? For all of the workers there, he built every computer, and every computer has a 3090 in it.
The Linus?
Yeah.
Well, that was sponsored. That was actually a sponsored series by Intel.
Crazy.
They had a budget of $5,000 per PC or per setup.
Per build?
So, I don't know, because it was a remodeling of their whole setup. It wasn't just the build. A lot of them did desks and stuff too.
No, good for them, bro.
Yeah.
Seth says the problem with Google is instead of pouring into a failing service, they just kill it off. Yeah. You're not wrong. We're going to go for about 10 more minutes. You good with about 10 more minutes?
Yeah, man.
Even NKBHD's retro tech thing on YouTube originals doesn't interest me. Well, that's on you, brother. I enjoy it. I just enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching the production quality. It's just nice to watch, man. I'd rather spend more money, more time, save the hassle. Tech Love Mama said, I didn't watch it fully because they killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sip says, I got the MacBook propped up on a chair with Skype open. LG has always been garbage at marketing. That's why they don't still sell phones. They can't put that same marketing into their TVs. LG makes some quality products, though. I've always liked LG. But I actually don't buy a lot of LG products because they're expensive.
But we like them.
Yeah. LG LG phones are also turned into your regular average smartphones that blended in way too easy with everything else, even though I'm getting a wing. Yeah, they're just, when it comes to smartphones, you can't compete with the big boys. It's very difficult to compete, man. Let's just be real. It is. Amazon Luna isn't going anywhere. I feel like Stadia isn't Stadia already canceled?
No, Stadia still okay. So here, I'll clear that up for you. So Stadia had an in-house game development studio, and they had two different studios, one in Montreal and another one in the States somewhere, I believe. But they closed that down. So the in-house game development is closed down, not the actual game streaming platform.
I'm a console gamer. I'm always going to be a console gamer. I don't care to play anything else.
I don't know if Luna is not going to go anywhere. I think that there's going to be some very interesting integrations when it comes to Luna, Twitch, and their Fire TV devices, because a lot of people have a Fire TV, Fire Stick, Fire Cube, something along those lines. And who owns Twitch? Amazon does.
Yeah.
Could we see a new generation of gamers that are streaming to Twitch from a Fire Stick? It's possible.
I don't know much about those services because I just don't use them. I'm not going to use them.
Yeah.
I have no interest in them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, what's up, man? How are you? Barry says lemon pepper latrizzi. I almost typed that, Barry. Tech Love Mama says, I love tech and I wish I had the money to buy. Yeah, it's like candy. It's an addiction. It's difficult. Goddamn, we've been talking about that damn not shrinking forever now. Apple is so behind.
It's true. It's true.
I don't even think they're behind. They just don't care. They just don't care.
I'm more along the lines like, give me a little bit of a bezel at the top instead of a notch. I'm kind of that way. I don't know.
I don't want either. I don't want a notch, and I don't want a forehead either. I don't want.
But listen, if they said, listen, you can either choose a notch, or we'll give you a bezel and a headphone jack, I'd bring back the headphone jack.
I don't care about that. I'm not going to use a headphone jack anyway. What am I going to use a headphone jack?
I'll use a headphone jack.
Wireless earbuds are everywhere now.
Nah,
they're more common,
man.
Wireless headbuds are more common now than wired earbuds.
That's true. But I'm just a boomer like that because my batteries die and I don't always have a charger. Listen, I'll be okay once everything is USB-C. Once everything's USB-C and I can charge everything with the same cable, because it should have been done already.
Well, everything is USB-C except the iPhone.
There's a couple tech products that I still see come in here and there that are not USB-C yet.
Or are they micro USB?
The micro USB.
Yeah, there's some people are still hanging on to that. Hopefully that'll end.
Yeah.
But that damn mic back there is micro USB. The Shure MV7.
It's not a USB-C?
No, it's micro USB. It's terrible. It's a $250 microphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barry says, thank you, Slang. I can't buy another iPhone until the notch is gone. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. Trilla says he used to sell Fire Sticks. We're going to wrap it up. 5 minutes, guys. Just subbed at Preppy Mama, Tech Loving Mama.
Thank you.
Lana Lang is in Smallville. Stay away from Kristen Crux.
You know what? That new Superman TV show,
Yo,
I'm actually
Superman,
enjoying it.
Superman and Lois is really good.
It's good. It's really good.
The production quality on that is
Yeah,
legit. Yeah,
yeah, that's good. I've been kind of feeding for the next episode because it's 2 weeks.
still
It
three
feels like
weeks
two
away, I
weeks since
think.
I've seen one.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for it last night. The new ones start, I think May 20th, around there.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, if you
I'm
guys
looking
haven't
forward
seen
to it. It's a good show.
Superman and Lois on the WB or CW,
I'm
CW,
not even sure because I
it's a
don't watch it
CW.
on those places. But I'm just saying, I'm so happy that they finally did a Superman show and it's not technically about Superman.
It's about his family,
It's about his
his
family. And I was
kids.
getting tired of just watching the same shit every single time.
Yeah. Yo, Sep, real quick. Smallville was my show back in the day. That was my show. And Lana Lang, I had a crush on Lana Lang back in the day. And what do you mean? Lana Lang and I are pretty much the same age. Kristen Kruk. Are the one more comfort buds as good as AirPods Pro for ANC? I believe I already answered that. We're going to keep going. Apple needs to do what Samsung does, make a simple experience up front for everybody. Apple does make it simple, bro. What are you talking about? And put all the extra features in the back of the settings. Apple is very simple, Latrell. That's what Apple does. They are very simple, and that's what people complain about, that they don't give enough. But as far as software and everything, it's simple as hell. Clean and simple.
Just my personal opinion, Samsung doesn't make it as simple as they think they do. I think that OnePlus makes it simpler because if you're going to try to turn on things like the hotspot, try looking for the hotspot versus OnePlus. You just pull down the thing, tap on hotspot, it's right there. So Samsung does have a little way to go to making it a little bit more simple, but it depends on what you consider to be simple and what kind of user you are as well, right?
Well, that's what it is. Define simple, right? But in my opinion, Samsung devices are much more complex to use than Apple devices.
But that's because you've always been an iPhone junkie.
Yeah, but if you were to just give somebody a device and say, figure out how to do this on both devices, what's going to be easier? It's going to be easier on an iPhone or an Apple device.
I can't say because I've never used one, so I can't say.
Yeah, I don't know. Michael Pepper says, I wish they'd allow us to set iPhones and iPads to go directly to the home screen. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Face ID is nice for me because all of the apps I have that authenticate with it and don't consider. Yeah, when it works, it's great. But if we can get that under the display, but I would prefer no notch, get rid of Face ID, give me a fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone, give me an in-display fingerprint sensor. I'll take that all day just to get rid of that notch.
Was the other night, I finally realized that I do not want Face ID anymore. Face unlocking. I want it gone. And the reason is because with it enabled on my phone, I couldn't figure this out for the longest time. But every time in the middle of the night, when I hit the unlock button or my screen on my phone comes on, it turns on full brightness. And that's because it's looking for my face. And just because of that it blinds me every night when my screen comes on, I don't want to unlock it with my face anymore. Give me just the fingerprint unlock. That's it. I don't want to be blinded in the middle of the night anymore.
Yeah. And Michael makes a good point here. I mean, when you use Face ID, you still have to, it unlocks it, but then you still have to swipe up to get into your home screen, to get into the phone. It is the most annoying thing. It's the most annoying thing.
Mine just goes to whatever the last app was I was using on my Samsung.
Yeah, if I swipe up on the iPhone, if I use Face ID in the iPhone right now, it unlocks it, and then I have to swipe up to get into my phone. It's annoying. It should just let you in your phone. He's right.
Yeah.
You have to take an extra step. It's annoying. Latrell says, I got a notification from my Disney Plus bundles rising.
Listen, they all start. They do the same thing. It's rinse and repeat. They start at $5, and then their goal is to that 20. But Disney Plus, I will say, is the best bang for your buck when it comes to value, especially with their other bundles. They're bundling with the other services. So Disney Plus, for sure, it's worth whatever price they're charging right now.
What is the? I don't pay for Disney Plus. A buddy gave me his login info, so I just use his. But what does it cost?
It's around $6.99 US, I think. But they also have a bundle for around $13, and that includes a couple other things. I'm not 100% sure because it's not available in my country, but but I know that what they offer is a pretty good bang for your buck in the States.
Michael Pepper says, stable enough to let me do that on other devices. I mean, to say the price of my bundle. Latrell says, no slang. You don't look like you know how to tell joke. Nah, definitely not. Nah. Nope. Slang ain't the only one that likes to talk shit. I just don't do it as much. Yes, you do. You do it. When you're on here or I'm on there, you do it. Anybody here watch Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, or Dragon Ball Super? I have watched all three of them. I am a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Mm-hmm.
Latrell says, hey, next level, I don't use Cyberflix that much, but it's going to get a Verizon Stream TV plugged into it regardless. I bought it specifically for my guest room.
I think that Verizon Stream TV might be running Android TV 2 as well, but I'm not sure.
Latrell says, I put the TCL in my room, but I refuse to upgrade my TV with anything else but this $1,000 Samsung OLED TV I saw. Yeah. I would upgrade my TV to a huge. I have a 55-inch downstairs, and I wish I could put a 70 or 75-inch down there, but I can't fit it in my car. I can't even go buy one and pick it up. I would have to get it delivered here, and I just don't want to do that. Seb says, I skipped them Comfort Buds. I want those Color Buds Pro. I keep annoying one more on Instagram. Keep doing it, bro. Keep doing it. Annoy the hell out of them until they send you something. The TV is made for guests, but I also want, well, get another TV, Latrell. Sell that OG Fold. You could buy a TV. Seb says, although West Coast said that the Comfort Buds, yeah, I've heard good things about them. I just, any of those expensive buds, I have to buy. So I got to pick and choose my battles with those. I can't just buy them all. Latrell says, well, you guys are talking about his studio tour, which is funny because I was just watching the iJustine tour with Linus again yesterday. Nice. It was very good. I did enjoy watching his studio tour. It was good. West Coast Jeff reviewed the Comfort Buds. Check it out. Yeah. Tech Level Mama, I have to go. Hope you all have a good night. Thanks. Enjoy your night, Tech Level Mama. I just bought a Stadia. We're going to wrap it up. We're literally going to wrap it up in like 2 minutes. Scroll through some of these chats real quick.
You got to follow those Discords and that Twitter, man. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Got to follow those places.
I've had the opportunity, that guy you told me to follow on Twitter with the graphics cards. I haven't been lucky with the graphics cards. By the time I hit that notification, the graphics cards are already sold out. But I have been able, if I wanted to pull the trigger and buy another Xbox, I could have. I've had it in my cart. I was able to check out with it. I don't need it.
Right.
LTT is starting a Mac-based channel. That's right. I heard about that. I think he started it already. I was surprised to see all the. What's up?
It's so interesting because he's never really been focused on Mac.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I was surprised to see all the iMacs in his tour. Makes sense. They're using them for graphic design. And yeah. I'm looking for it. That is something I will watch a lot of because I'm iMacs all day. Wireless earbuds are everywhere until it's dead, and you got to wait for wireless power share to charge your headphones because you forgot your charger. Ultimate Ears can't get rid of micro USB on their expensive speakers. Yeah, micro USB is time. It is time for micro USB to go. It was time last year for micro USB to go. If you're getting a TCL TV, only get their 6 series QLEDs. All right. We're going to wrap it up, guys. If I sit here and try and read all these questions as much as I would like to, we'll be here for another hour.
But it's nice that you guys, you've been commenting, interacting with everybody, keeping the conversation going. It's awesome.
That's what I love to do in this stream. I love to just talk to everybody. That's it. I try and start it with a topic, but once you start reading the comments, I want to know what everybody's talking about. I want to talk to everybody. That's why I do this, and it's fun. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. But it's time for me to roll out of this chair and fall flat on the floor because I'm not going to be able to walk for a little while. But yeah, we streamed for 2 hours. Well, next level, I thank you for joining me tonight. It's always appreciated, brother. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
My main channel is Next Level Tech on YouTube. There's no vowels in my name. Next Level Tech is one word. I also do a podcast with Rojas Reviews. The podcast is called Beyond the Streams. We have the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel. We bring in companies like Turtle Beach and Rocket and a bunch of other companies. We do interviews with them. We bring in other content creators for the podcast. And we also have the BS Clips channel, which is the Beyond the Streams clips of the podcast. So that's where you can find me on all social medias under the name Next Level Tech as well.
Again, thanks for joining. Check out their stuff, guys. A lot of good content coming from Next Level. Of course, we'll be back next Friday on Slangcast around 9:30 and Saturday night again next week, probably around 10:30, same time. But I got a bunch of videos this week. Hopefully, if my back will allow me to do that, I have a giveaway coming this week from Soundcore. Thanks for everybody who came through tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great Sunday tomorrow. Have a great week coming up for work. Guys, stay safe out there. We'll talk soon. Talk next week. Peace, guys.
Peace.